Today, the name of Staff Sergeant Travis Atkins will be etched alongside of the names of America's bravest warriors and written forever into America's heart. Travis grew up on a farm in Bozeman, Montana. He was also and always most at home in the middle of the wilderness. He loved the wilderness. He loved to camp and to fish and to hunt, and he loved to race that snowmobile, as you know, right? After Travis graduated high school, he worked as a painter and mechanic before he joined the Army at the age of 24. In March of 2001, his parents went to his basic training graduation ceremony at Fort Benning, Georgia. When they reunited with their son, he told them this basic training was the best time I've ever had in my life. In other words, he loved it. Travis quickly excelled in the Army. He was offered a number of different assignments, but always he chose the infantry. He loved the infantry. That's where he wanted to be, defending freedom on the frontiers with his fellow foot soldiers, and they were all his great friends. In 2003, Travis served on his first deployment in Iraq with the historic 101st Airborne Division and participated in Operation Iraqi Freedom. After he completed the harrowing deployment, Travis returned to civilian life, but not for long. The fact is, he was bored. You know that. He was very bored. He wanted back in. As his mother, Elaine, has said, Travis loved the Army, and he loved everything about being with the troops. He just loved it. In 2005, he re-enlisted and joined the legendary 10th Mountain Division based at Fort Drum, New York, where he was honored to visit last year. In August of 2006, Travis left his second deployment to Iraq. He was stationed in a hotbed of terror and terrorist activity known as the Triangle of Death, not a good place. On the morning of June 1st, 2007, in a town outside of Baghdad, Travis and his three-man squad received a report that several suspected terrorists were walking toward an intersection nearby. Nothing good was going to happen. They all knew it. Travis directed his squad immediately to the location. When they arrived, he got out of the Humvee and walked toward the two suspicious men, and he knew right from the beginning. As Travis began to search one of the insurgents, the man resisted and became totally violent. Travis engaged him in hand-to-hand combat. As Travis wrestled to get the enemy's hands behind his back, the man began to reach for something, and Travis knew what it was. He realized the man was wearing a suicide vest. Just as the terrorist was about to set off the deadly explosives, Travis wrapped his arms and his entire body around him and threw him to the ground away from his troops who were right next to him. He put himself on the top of the enemy and he shielded his men from certain death. The terrorist detonated his suicide vest, and Travis was instantly killed. In his final moments on earth, Travis did not run. He didn't know what it was to run. He did not hesitate. He rose to the highest calling. He laid down his life to save the lives of his fellow warriors. In so doing, he embodied the deepest meaning of the motto of the 10th Mountain Division: he climbed to glory. Now Travis is looking down from above on all of us, on all of his fellow warriors, on his great family, wrapped in glory, the loving glory of Almighty God.